got it for the YouTube live and got it over here also. Let me refresh here on TikTok, right? And join the live here on TikTok also. Ah, that is sort of kind of working there, bro. And people can actually see it, right? I wonder, can I join you?
I'm about to invite you.
Ah, accept. There we go. Going live there. I'm going to mute my microphone though, right? Or maybe I'm good, I guess. I guess you got to make it so I can cam up too, bro. Let's see. Can I take the camera off and save? There you go. All righty, guys. So let's enjoy ourselves. Let's have some fun. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey here in Morocco at Northwest of Mexham. How are you? So, guys, all right. So we're doing a tandem exercise here, right? And this tandem exercise, of course, is we're live here on YouTube as we are every, Eloah Raphael. And we're doing a live here also pertaining to a TikTok. All right. So you guys can share this out, come on through, enjoy yourselves, check out what we're doing. You know what I mean? We're really about to go in on the astrology for the next 7 days in advance. You guys can't beat this. You guys are going to really enjoy yourselves. For those of you that have been rocking with me on a TikTok, I really appreciate you guys. You've been really, really awesome, right? We're actually sharing here, right? On TikTok, our YouTube live. Those of you on TikTok that want to come and check out the YouTube live, you can come and check out the YouTube live. You can go in my bio and click the play button. You'll see it right there under my profile picture, of course, right? So with that being said, guys, what we'll be doing, are you getting any feedback on your end from me?
I think so. Let me
you know what I can do. All I got to do is put in some headphones and that thing will be mitigated. Bing! Right? Headphones in, no more feedback, right? Even when you speak, it won't feedback because it's going to have to come through the headphones now. But people should still be able to hear me, of course. You know what I mean? I'll have the microphone right here, right? So everyone can still hear me, all right? So, guys, yes, we're doing an experiment, and I thank y'all for your patience in advance. However, me and Brother Sean, we've been doing this. It's like, video number 414? We have over 400-something videos, guys, on our YouTube. We've been going in on astrology and civics. Just the YouTube account alone, guys, since 2017. So we're good 6, almost 7 years in and presenting, and we're consistent. Yes, we have fezzes on. Looky, Astro Cookie. So anybody, got any thoughts about Moors, good for you. You're thinking about us. That's great. Thank you for your thoughts. Let me stop. I'm just serious. So with that being said, welcome to our 7-day Tropic Medical Astro Weather Report. Brother Sean is going to be able to show you what it is that we're going in on. So you can see Brother Sean there. So he's showing the computer screen from which he's going live. And I will be sharing screen. You guys will actually see an astrology chart come up on the screen when we go in on this and what we're speaking about. This will affect everyone collectively. And I'm giving such an elaborate explanation because, again, we're going tandem live right now on both YouTube and TikTok. So you guys will be able to just see what it's about, see how it goes. You know what I mean? This is, like I said, a test, an experiment. And I guess I can share this out even more, which is what I'm going to do real quick. Share this out to more beings, right? So everyone can come on through and check it out. Even those beings that I know are currently live right now, I'll still just send it out to them so that they can maybe check it out later, learn some things from Brother Sean about this whole TikTok experience thing. And being able to, I guess, go into, you said the creator portion or something, and you can be able to
Yeah,
like
it's
download the
like
live.
creator tools and like live center, and then it'll show like all the lives that you done. You just hit that download button on them. And sometimes even shows like little clips of like these were the most viewers, or you were get this the most time during this, like little kind of clips within the video.
Got you. Indeed. So just sending this all out. And those of you that are on Facebook, we're not necessarily monitoring the Facebook right now, and it's all good. It's no worries that we're not monitoring the Facebook. We're still going to acknowledge you and say gratitude to ye all for joining us. Peaceful greetings to ye all, of course. And we look forward to, having some fun right now. All right. So without further ado, let's just look at this calendar right now. All right. Going to do this screen share here. Boom, shakalaka, and go on to our calendar. All right. So, guys, I'd like to welcome you to our 7 Hill Star Astro calendar for March Aries 2023 to February Pisces 2024. Quote, time never was when man was not, end quote. And we are quoting El Hajj Sheikh Sharif Abdul Ali doing religious corporate activity by affidavit, being Prophet Noble Drew Ali. All righty. So with that being said, guys, we're going to look at the month, right? The moon cycle pertaining to the air sign Libra. All right. The air sign Libra, the scales, anciently and contemporarily ruled by Venus. And this particular moon cycle also has the water sign Scorpio, the scorpion, anciently and contemporarily ruled by Mars, with the assisting contemporary planet Pluto being in, assisting in rulership, so to speak, assisting in being a host for Scorpio, all right, is Pluto. So guys, we're here, we're gonna look 7 days, like we're gonna look at the next 7 days in advance right now. And guys, don't forget tonight, right, at 2000 hours, 8 minutes and 22 seconds, where some would, and that's Eastern, or 8:08 post-meridian Eastern, just 22 seconds after that, Mercury ingresses Libra. All righty, it'll win. And so from the perspective here at the on the East Coast, it is all right. It will be in the 6th house, and it is ingressing the 15th lunar mansion also. So after this, I will be doing a brief, very brief live. I almost want to just record a video and just upload a video of me going in on that, but I think I'll do another live possibly, and then probably post it in different social media, just going in on what that means for all 12 ascendants, all 12 signs, right? So if you have an ascendant in Aries, or your ascendant is in Pisces, or your ascendant is on any of the signs, and then when I say ascendant, I mean rising signs, on your rising, on any of the other signs, I will make sure I go in on what Mercury ingressing Libra means for you. And I will be utilizing for that particular live, the whole sign house system, all right? So with that being said, guys, let's look at the 5th here, right? This is what we're going in on the 5th to the 11th, all right? For October 2023. For Thursday, right? Thursday, it is I, Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey, going in on these 5 testimonies here. There are 2 lunar transits that I have, and then Luna's void, of course, for 5 hours and 58 minutes. Moon void, of course, is buyer's remorse. So therefore, do not make any major, decisions, major transactions, right? However, you can complete any mindset or transactions that were previously commenced prior to the moon being void, of course. So for those 5 hours and 58 minutes, make no major transactions or major decisions. You can wait after. However, you can continue to fulfill those transactions and or plans that were made prior to. You can actually still complete them during the moon void, of course. Then Luna ingresses where it's Oikos de Spotes, right, where it's the host for Cancer at 0800 hours and 32 minutes, or 8:32 anti-meridian Eastern. And those last two transits I have there. So total, I have 5 testimonies for the 5th. For a holy day, Venus Day, right? Friday, Brother Sean Aleem L is going in, and it's a 3rd quarter moon day, right? So after sunrise, just about 2 hours and 36 minutes after sunrise, Brother Sean will be going in on these 2 testimonies, right? And the first one is the 3rd quarter moon, right? The solar lunar quartile, right? Sun square moon. And that's happening at 0900 hours, 47 minutes approximately, right? Anti-meridian Eastern. For Saturday, it is I, Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey. I have 5 more testimonies, guys, right? So those 4 testimonies there, 1 before sunrise, 3 after. And then Luna's void of course again, right? Luna goes void of course at 3:11 post-meridian Eastern, or 1500 hours and 11 minutes Eastern. And it's void of course for 4 hours, 13 minutes. Again, moon void of course is buyer's remorse. So just wait to do any major transactions or decision making after moon's void of course. And then Luna ingresses Leo at 1900 hours and 24 minutes, or 7:24 post-meridian Eastern. Sunday, Brother Sean goes in on the 8th. He has 4 testimonies there. And it looks like Venus is ingressing Virgo. So, and right now, honestly, every planet is void of course right now except Mars. So even, anything pertaining, any keywords pertaining to those planets is basically kind of giving off an energy of that it's not really like prominent. That energy isn't prominent at all. It may have some ricochets if you try to project forth with that energy. It may have some ricochets, so it is what it is. So with that being said, man, that picture is really clear too, Brother Sean. Jesus, Bruce Lee Christ. It's pretty good. So that's what Brother Sean's going in with those 4 testimonies there. Then on the 9th, right, I have 2 testimonies, right, from Monday the 9th October 2023. I have 2 testimonies, obviously, a solar lunar sextile and a lunar Uranian quartile, right? So on the 10th, Brother Sean Aleem L has there, hold on, let me skip and then come back so it's not fuzzy. On the 10th, Brother Sean Aleem L has 5 testimonies there. All right. And he's going in on Luna ingressing Virgo after his 2nd testimony there. Luna's void of course at 5:36 anti-meridian Eastern, or 0500 hours, 36 minutes Eastern, for 2 hours and 26 minutes. I trust you're not making any orders or things at that time. However, wait till after those 2 hours and 26 minutes to make any major decisions or major transactions. And then Luna ingresses Virgo 2 minutes after 0800 hours, or 8:02 anti-meridian Eastern. Adjust your time zones accordingly. Right, so 5 testimonies in total for the 10th. Brother Sean's going to go in on. And then closing out is I, Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey, for Wednesday, the 11th October 2023. Right, so what we're doing here is we'll be knocking out when Luna is trine Jupiter. So that lunar Jupiterian trine is taking place about 3 hours and 50 minutes, right? 3 hours and 50 minutes after sunrise. Alrighty, at 1100 hours and 6 minutes Eastern, or 11:06 anti-meridian Eastern. Alrighty, so let's go in on this, guys. Let's knock this out. Let's bust these testimonies wide open. All right, coming back here, stop the screen share here. Again, thank you all for your patience, and thank you all for joining us. I know this is like the first time I and Brother Sean have gone live together on TikTok and YouTube at the same time. Brother Sean has shared and went live on TikTok before from his account, actually getting our YouTube live on there. I figured, you know what, let's get more and more, you guys coming on in and really seeing how we can collectively show you how these things affect you. Take notes, because all of these energies that are here, you may actually come across yourself, or you may experience it in a way by observing someone else going through these energies that we'll begin to speak on. All right. So with that being said, let's do it to it. I'm going to start the screen share here, bro. And I'll make sure I give ye co-pilot controls there by sharing that remote control. Make sure I got it. Boom. All right, bro. And now you got the remote control too. Let me minimize this here. All righty, guys. So we're here at sunrise. It's starting off with me. So I'm going to go in here, guys, and knock this one out. You know what's funny, Brother Sean?
What's that?
How are we going to know what's the next transit?
Oh, I airdropped the calendar to my Mac, to my laptop. So
okay, because I know what I'm gonna have to do. I'm just gonna have to keep going back. Like, okay, let me see. You know what I'm saying? But you already know. I can just keep it on my calendar here while I'm still, giving eye contact to the cameras, or so to speak, right? And then, with that being said, make sure we're just being thorough, and we're not going to be long-winded at all. We're going to knock these things out so you guys can get your 7 days in advance. All righty, so let's have some fun. So I know with this sunrise here, it's happening at 11 degrees, 57 minutes, right? 11 degrees, we already know. If you don't know, it is an Aquarian degree, guys. So when it comes to us being very creative in how we share information, I think it's a theme already starting, because even down to, today, when Mercury ingresses Libra, there's this balanced communication energy that's happening when it comes to sharing information. All righty. So I will say for sunrise, all righty, next day, Thursday, right? Sunrise. And that's right here. Let me bring my cursor to it, right? Here's where sun is conjunct the ascendant, right? Okay, Brother Sean, you got it. Cool. So sun conjunct the ascendant, we call sunrise here. So with that being said, guys, with the sun ruling over the 11th house, I will say it's very important for us to make sure that when we're sharing with the group, we're really bringing out the values to minimize the fascination and denial as best as possible, so we can be able to really benefit from correcting our concepts collectively. And with that, I yield the floor. The first testimony that I have is actually happening before sunrise. It is a lunar Neptunian quartile. In other words, moon square Neptune. And it's happening about approximately 37 minutes after midnight. To be exact, it's happening at 0000 hours, 36 minutes and 51 seconds, which is 12:36:51. All righty. And so this is taking place where Luna's in the 12th house, where Neptune would probably rather be. However, it's interesting how Neptune is in the 9th, though, which is it's co-rules for Jupiter. And that's where Jupiter would kind of have its terrestrial housing or terrestrial hosting, so to speak, as far as natural zodiac goes, some people would say. However, with the square happening, and it's happening 4 houses away, the underlying energy is dealing with security and home and property. And I think the people are really trying to find ways of, having closure and how to secure, all righty, their own property while actually doing some higher learning connected to institutionalizing a way within inside themselves, how to merge spirit and the law. So with Neptune in Pisces, even though it's retrograde in the 9th house, I think it's apropos to say that people are really looking to find closure, 12th house, within their community, Gemini. People is moon, communities, Gemini, 12th house is closure. So the people are really trying to find ways of communicating that closure when it comes to their property, right? This is 4 houses away. And really being able to stimulate a surefire protocol in seeing both what we call in the Moorish community, divine and national activity. For those that aren't Moorish American, they may be looking to merge what we call divine and national. They're looking to make sure they are bringing and finding the connection between the law and spirituality. All right. So that's how that goes. All right. So with that being said, as we continue, I would say, everybody, just make sure when you're instituting, your mindset and your spirit with what you're learning, be able to have your closure by going within yourself. Make sure you're comprehending it yourselves. All righty. So with that, I yield the floor. Next, all righty, just about an hour and 57 minutes after that, we have Luna sextile Venus. All right, so Luna's there, still in Gemini, 26 degrees, 32 minutes in Gemini. Venus is there at 26 degrees, Leo, 52 minutes within the first house. So these are 3 houses apart. So it's some underlying communication that's going on here, also tied into some type of, values, right? Really, when it comes to your self-expression and communicating, what's the value in how you're, expressing yourself when you communicate, right? And so I see that the people will be able to find the beauty within themselves. And this is helping them to mitigate the fascination and the denial with, with inside themselves, with Lilith there, actually, in the first house, in a pretty tight conjunction with Venus. The sun there in the third house is communication. Sun there in the third house is ruling the ascendant, right? And so the sun is ruling over Venus and Lilith there while they are in a sextile with the moon, while the moon is being ruled by Mercury there in the second. So there's really a huge theme already I see, as I said, being able to really pay attention to the value that you're bringing when communicating so that the people will be able to see it within themselves, right? Need the best that you can get out of it. And that's why I advocate for concept correction. Even when I'm on these TikTok lives with other people that throw classes and stuff, no way, shape, or form am I trying to tell you not to go to these guys' classes. What I'm saying is when you go to these classes, make sure you have your concepts corrected, because that's what it is that I enjoy doing. I enjoy making sure you all have your concepts correct. So I'm about concept correction. I am that bridge between you not really knowing what it is, but you're interested, and then actually going to the class and being able to be effective. I'm not advocating for any classes, nor am I saying don't go to any classes. I'm saying that concept correction is key when you're doing any of the classes that you choose to attend. All righty. With that, I yield the floor. Luna's void of course for 5 hours and 58 minutes after it makes its transit here, sextile to Venus. It is void of course at approximately 0800 hours and 32 minutes. All righty. And it's actually happening at 0800 hours, 31 minutes and 34 seconds to be exact. So at 8:31:34 anti-meridian Eastern, Luna ingresses Cancer, right? Where it's oikos despotes. And in this Placidus house style chart that we're utilizing here, very interestingly, both the part of fortune, which is the lot of the moon, or the Arabic part term the moon, right? The Arabic point, some will also call it. They are both in Cancer, Luna and its lot. While Luna with Mercury is ruling over the 9th house. So when it comes to publishing or publications pertaining to higher learning, pertaining to law, pertaining to studies, I think it would be prudent for all to recognize, how is it affecting your health? How are the people's health affected when actually looking at these things? How are the people's health affected, right? So is your health being affected adversely? Well, it lets me know that there's a means to really find a way to balance the information that you're taking in or that's being shared with you. And so this lets me see again that the ease in not being stressed out is going to come from comprehension. All right, concept correction. With that, I yield the floor. Luna square Mercury. All righty, Luna squaring Mercury, doing this thing, right? That's what's next. It's happening at 10:33, right? Luna's there in the 8th house, all righty, still under the dispositorship of Mercury there in the 10th, right? Very interesting to see. Mercury is its own final dispositor also. However, being square, right, to that, the moon, it is showing that Mercury is just ruling over this entire transit right here. Them being 3 houses away, people, when it comes to joining your energies, or you're dealing with shared accounts, or when it comes to the values pertaining to the relationship, it'll be best for people to find a means to secure what they're bringing to the table collectively to one another, as far as finances are concerned, and be able to thoroughly communicate a means to balance the details, right? Really speak thoroughly in balancing those details so that, you know, things can run smoothly and in harmony within one's partnership and within one's love language, so to speak, when conversing about finances. And with that, I yield the floor. My final transit, right, for the 5th, Thursday, the 5th, October 2023. There's a lunar Saturnian trine. So Moon trine Saturn, just 54 minutes approximately after 1000 hours, or 10:54:23 to be exact, AM, right? Anti-meridian Eastern. And Luna is there still, it's looking like, if I'm seeing this correctly, still in the 8th house. Man, that's just really letting me know when it comes to the values of the relationship, one subconscious mind really needs to feel secure in merging their energies together, whether it's financial energy, property, or even families. There is going to be a flawless flow in harmony when it really comes to communicating those values. So this might be where you guys want to write down exactly what you would like to essentially see happen within your relationship so that you both can affect yourselves and how you want to stand or be seen amongst your peers. Even though I think it's a little Molech worshipy to be concerned about the opinions of the public. So you don't want to be concerned about the opinions of the public, that's fine. You don't have to be concerned at all about the opinions of the public, all right? Just make sure you're finding harmony in the values between what you and your partner or you and your consort are. Make sure you guys are comfortable with how you're sharing the energies. And with that, I yield the floor to my beloved brother in whom I am well pleased, Brother Sean Alim El Islam.
Islam, bro. Gratitude indeed.
Indeed.
So now we're moving on to Friday, the holy day. We got the sun at 12 degrees, 57 minutes Libra, ruling over that 11th house cusp, which is at 18 degrees Leo. All right, which is a Virgoan degree, and with the sun being at a Piscean degree. So once again, with Virgo and Pisces, they are actually reflections of each other. So what I'm getting for this holy day is just, I see beings are going to be maybe communicating a lot of details for those that have a bigger picture or, you know, have these big dreams, these big visions. They'll be able to collaborate with those who are very good with the details so that they can get the necessary steps and actions to take in order to move forward. Right. And with Venus ruling, you know, over this sunrise, the sun conjunct ascendant, Venus is in the 11th as well, still in that mutual reception with the sun. So there's a lot of beauty and harmony going on here, a lot of conversations being had, a lot of information being exchanged. So just, you know, instead of that 8-ball song, you know, relax and take notes, this is all about just relaxing and enjoying relating with others, you know, being in communication with others via the internet, because that's the beauty of the internet, right? When you're able to connect with beings far and wide, you know, from the comfort of our own home, non-statutorily speaking. And with that, I yield the floor. All right, so first aspect, we have a solar lunar square, right? Luna's at 13 degrees, 3 minutes Cancer, and the sun's at 13 degrees, 3 minutes Libra. All right, so this is dealing with personality, ego when we think of the sun, and Luna dealing with the soul or the intellect or the emotions. So there could be a disagreement here between those who construct or build and those who are the engineers. Also, the people could be finding stimulation and agreeing to disagree when it comes to business and entrepreneurship. Valuable and strong communication when it comes to the value of what one eats and drink, you know, so maybe looking to find healthier diets or, you know, start cutting some things out from your diet that aren't, bringing truly value to who you are and how you think, right? The transformation of the partnership is occurring with the daily work and career. And finally, letting challenges fuel creativity rather than being hindered by so-called obstacles or challenges. And with that, I yield the floor. All right, next we have a lunar Jupiterian sextile. So we have a growth opportunity between, our soul and our philosophy and wisdom when it comes to that expansion. All right, so Luna definitely is still hanging out in that 8th house at 13 degrees, 55 minutes Cancer. Jupiter is in the 5th at 13 degrees, 55 minutes Taurus. This is currently 1, 2, 3, 4 houses away here. All right, so there is a opportunity to expand one's wealth or one's money energy or frequency, as they would like to say. Also, someone could be meeting someone of the opposite sex that's influential and could help them expand their business or just their ideals when it comes to assisting mothers, the children, establishing a self-care routine, and using one's wisdom and experience to heal thyself. Changing the home, whether it's rearranging or moving, could be beneficial. So make sure you come to 7 Hill Star or, your favorite astrologers for some astrocartography or even for your vacations, to see where would be the most beneficial place to move depending on where one is at in their life. Leadership in the home is beneficial as government starts in the home. And also just becoming more industrious and active when it comes to one's creative projects and joint ventures. And with that, I yield the floor.
All righty, sunrise for Saturday, the 7th, October 2023, right? All righty, guys. It's taking place at 13 degrees, Libra, 56 minutes. 13 degrees is an Aries degree. So I think when it comes to the ideal balance, the ideal balance is being able to really take the fascination and denial, right? Oh, I'm really fascinated about this stuff that I'm learning about jurisprudence, right? However, the denial of, I don't really, know how to use it yet, right? That's probably some of you out there. That's not my thinking, right? Not knowing how to use it, right? However, if that's your thinking, or if you're closer to my thinking, which is, let's form a protocol between, what we know, what we learned, and now executing that with a certain protocol to mitigate the denial of others who work in certain agencies or with certain agencies or whatever, and being able to have them to behave accordingly to the statutes, codes, and policies instead of their practices that they utilize. So this sunrise will give the energy of being motivated and moving forward and doing the things that are ideal when it comes to fairness and justice. And with that, I yield the floor. So my first testimony, right, is happening before sunrise, of course. It's almost 3 hours, but it's about 2 hours and 50 minutes before sunrise. Luna and Uranus are sextile. They're 60 degrees within aspect to each other, right? So when it comes to astrology, right, where is that astrology energy? You guys might want to learn, right? Really learn what is essential when it comes to astrology. Uranus there is in the 9th house, right? Just 3 houses away from Luna in the 11th. They're both at 22 degrees, 28 minutes. Just Luna's in Cancer and Uranus is in Taurus. According to modern astrology, right, Uranus would be in its fall. Pardon me. It would be in its fall. Forgive me. Yes. We're saying that Uranus is much better in Scorpio, but that's in modern astrology. Anciently, we don't go past Saturn, right? As far as rulerships are concerned. However, when we're looking at what these, both of these celestial bodies are actually being host for and dispositor for, Luna there in 11th is really making the people secure when it comes to astrology. Uranus in the 9th, being under the dispositorship of a 12th house Venus, still there with Lilith. Uranus is allowing the people to really have an opportunity to discipline their own thinking by really expanding on observing the structure pertaining to astrology so that they can no longer have a denial or fascination with astrology, because what's happening is they're getting the higher learning essentials from it. They're actually being able to allow themselves, the people in general, and go, oh, okay, now that it's explained that way, I really get it. So with that being said, guys, fear not. And make sure you sign up for a Mirror Astro Literacy session with Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey. I look forward to doing your sessions. Join our email list at 7healstar.com. It is a real website, right? 7healstar.com. Join our email list, right? And yes, we give more than just the astrology, right? We do concept corrections also. Guys, you need to know how you think, how you communicate, how you're to go about organizing your thoughts. Well, Brother Sean Ali Mel has the Mental Magician Report, and we're analyzing Mercury in your chart. And it's so much that can be said about Mercury in your chart, especially depending on the sect of the chart, depending on the triplicity, the face, the dignity overall pertaining to the Mercury in your chart. And we have a way of, not speaking Astro French. We make it very simple for you. However, we're going to always be professional because 7 Hill Star Astrology Firm is an internationally certified professional astrology firm. Period. That's what it is that we do. And then when I say firm, I mean non-statutorily speaking when I'm saying firm. All right. So with that being said, guys, as we're looking at this Luna sextile Uranus, what we can actually get from this is a means for us to have the growth opportunity. There's a way to grow and have the opportunity necessary to really be able to make sure what's being communicated about astrology is what we can utilize for us to learn about, because astrology, Uranus, 11th house kind of energy. Uranus is in the 9th, while the moon's in the 11th. 9th house is also, like I said before, foreign affairs and law. And honestly, for those of you that are, seeking to really make the connections and really find the best times when to do things pertaining to your astrology, as far as when it comes to doing certain documentations to defend yourself in certain administrative venues that shouldn't be having you there anyway. Sometimes you just want to get the astrology of the attorney, see how much you can Google about when they were born, right? And so that way you can get a scope, possibly, roughly, even if you don't have a time for them. We can cast their chart at both noon and midnight and really see what it is that we're working with as far as that potential energy to that particular attorney or judge. And then we can be able to move, even more accordingly to, having things in our favor, even though we don't belong there in the first place. However, remember, there's a practice out there that is all about human trafficking and racketeering through administrative venues, falsely called courts. So with that being said, guys, I yield the floor. The next transit, Luna trine Neptune, right? So there's this harmony between home and the institution, right? There's this harmony between security and what you dream about for yourself. So Luna's there at 28 degrees. Pardon me, 22 degrees. Are we there yet for the trine? Let's see. I ain't gonna move the cursive. You ain't moving it. All right. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, you already did your thing. There you go, bro. Cool. So at 10:58:09, right? Anti-meridian Eastern. Luna's there at 25 degrees, Cancer 47 minutes, while Neptune's there in the 4th house. Luna's in the 8th, Neptune's in the 4th. So they're clearly 5 houses away. So when it comes to self-expression, creativity, when it comes to children, right? Even if it comes to bedroom pleasures, right? So to speak, if people are trying to bring forth children, right? Because that's what I see. Neptune in the 4th is really speaking about, bedroom pleasures at home, while Luna there in the 8th in Cancer is kind of giving me the same thing, but it's really kind of a mixture of doing some collective cooking, right? Some paired cooking of some sort. However, with it also being in the 8th house, It's dealing with inheritances as well as sex. 8th is sex. 5th house is love, right? Oh, boyfriend, girlfriend stage. 7th house is commitment. 8th house is sex. Neptune, contemporarily speaking, would rule the bedroom, right? The 12th house, right? Is kind of bedroom areas, so to speak, as if it was Pisces there, naturally speaking, having an alignment with Pisces in the 12th house. However, when it comes to that, Mars in Libra, actually. All righty, Mars in Libra is what's ruling over the 12th house, and he's there in 11th. So this is what I'm really going to say here. Go in on the information, you and your loved one, right? You and your consort have this opportunity to really take all that you've learned, all that you've been measuring. It's probably a really great time for you all, and especially if it's according to the moon cycles, right? The mothers, right? The woman, right? That's, you know, who I'm really speaking about as far as the relationship is concerned. Might be a really good time, according to if her moon cycle is in alignment with this year, to bring forth children. All right, so you guys can get to practicing, right? And possibly you'll be able to conceive and manifest. All right, and with that, I yield the floor. Next, we're looking at Luna square Mars. All right, so it's happening at 1300 hours and 25 minutes approximately. It's actually 1300 hours, 24 minutes, and 51 seconds, which is 13:24:51 anti-meridian Eastern. Luna is there in the 7th house, still in Cancer at 27 degrees. 27 degrees, of course, is a Gemini degree. So, hey, look, we're communicating with our loved one here. What are we communicating about? Well, it's a stimulating communication, right? Because there's a square there talking about stimulation, and it's dealing with one's standing, status, and career. Because Mars is there in Libra, however, right? Mars would be much better in Aries, but it's basically in Libra. So now Mars has to act out a Libran script. So this charging, moving forward, being very active energy has to find a way to balance itself in its career, right? 10th house. So there's got to be this active balance between home and the career. All righty. Must find an active balance between home and the career so that there is better security instilled in relationships. And with that, I yield the floor. Next, we have a lunar Plutonian reflection, or what some will say in modern astrology, moon opposite Pluto. So with this lunar Plutonian reflection here, happening at 1500 hours, 11 minutes and 23 seconds, or 3:11:23 post-meridian Eastern, right? We see Luna is still in the 7th house. However, it's interesting how it's conjunct the 7th house is conjunct the descendant, while Pluto is rising conjunct the ascendant, right? So with that being said, with this lunar Plutonian reflection, I really say when it comes to you transforming yourself, you may have to find values in really sharing your emotions, right? I feel like this is a situation that's going to take place where somebody has no choice. So when it comes to the relationship, there's a means for you on this particular day. You have no choice but to probably share something that's uncomfortable. However, for the other one involved, whoever your consort is, my advice to you would be to make it comfortable for the one that may be uncomfortable. You have to continuously validate in this moment where they're going through this transformation that they've probably been delaying and still want to delay. Help them along in their transformation so they can get out of this caterpillar in the chrysalis stage and be able to break through and be the butterfly that's necessary. And with that, I yield the floor. All righty, so next, there's a moon void, of course, happening after this lunar transit to Pluto in reflection. It's for 4 hours and 13 minutes. We all know Luna void, of course, moon void, of course, is buyer's remorse. Make no major transactions at all between 3:11 p.m. and 7:24 p.m. Eastern on the 7th. All right, and make no major plans, make no major transactions. However, if you plan some events to take place during the, in between 3:11 p.m. and 7:24, that's fine. because the decision was made prior to that moon would, of course, taking place. So you'll be able to still get things completed that were planned prior or transacted for prior. It's just during the moon void, of course, inspires remorse. And what does that mean? That means that every time you're going to want a refund because something's not going to turn out right or whatever. You know what I mean? So after that 4-hour and 13-minute void, of course, Luna ingresses Leo. Alrighty, at 1900 hours, 24 minutes and 13 seconds, or 7:24:13 post meridian Eastern. So Luna is ingressing, it's ingressing Leo, but in a very comfortable spot, right? The terrestrial fourth house, right? Well, Luna's terrestrial house is the fourth house, right? So Luna feels comfortable in the fourth while being in the sign of its whole sign second house. So there's really some values, and maybe there's some things when it pertains to possessions and property here where one can actually find a means to really secure it from someone trying to have some rulership over one's property and or home, or one can actually really assert better how they are the ones who actually hold the top interest pertaining to some property or even a home or someone's home. So that's kind of what I actually see there, which is very interesting because even though Luna's in its second whole sign, as far as the whole sign houses are concerned, Luna's ruling the fourth here in this particular ingress when Luna ingresses Leo. So I really see, and what's being is very interesting. It is dealing with law here. Alrighty, so this is a means for the people collectively to really come to the bat for someone who is, either battling or maybe needing slight assistance with protecting their property from, probably some agents that should not have an interest in their property at all, actually, especially if their property hasn't been ceded to them, right? If it hasn't been ceded to that particular agency. And with that, I yield the floor to our beloved brother in whom we are well pleased, Brother Sean Ali Mel. Islam, bro.
Islam. All right, so we had a question. Prince Nasheen said, can you touch on fasting for Leo this month?
That's interesting. That's very interesting. Brother Sean, when is a Kadashi? Have we passed it yet? I think we've passed Ekadashi. Where are we right now in terms of Ekadashi? And I'll go in on Ekadashi so that way, you can benefit every moon cycle from fasting twice, but it's from fasting from something particular that's tied scientifically to something. So when is the Ekadashi TP? I mean, I can look too here. Let me double check. I can check here on my iPad at the same time also. So the Ekadashi TT, right? What is a TT? A TT, T-I-T-H-I, right? In what's called Vedic astrology, but it's actually more appropriately recognized as Jyotisha or Jyotisha, coming from the Jaimini, right? Ancient astrology for those near Sindh or known as Republic of India right now. Okay, Ekadashi is on the 9th. Look at that, next day, when we go in on this here. But on the 9th, all righty, on the 9th, can you see it? Oh, you got it, bro. So Ekadashi it's saying it's on the 10th there because it does, let's see, Ekadashi starts on the 8th at, let's see, Krishna Paksha is the Krishna Paksha Dashami, which means Krishna Paksha is the moon decreasing in light. This is after a full moon for Krishna Paksha. Dashami is the 10th TT. A TT is a measurement of 12 degrees of lunar motion. So it's in the 10th set of 12-degree lunar motion on the Dashami. And that's going to be up to 0200 hours and 7 minutes. That would be 300 hours and 7 minutes Eastern. All right. So with that being said, Ekadashi starts. Yeah, that's what it seems like. Ekadashi starts at 2:07 a.m. on the 9th. So 2:07, right? Well, that's for those of you out there near Central, 3:07 Eastern, right? On the 9th is when Ekadashi TT starts. So what's Ekadashi? To answer Brother Nasheem's question, right? As far as fasting for Leo, this is for everyone. The Ekadashi TT, Ekadash is Hindi for 11th, right? 11th or 11, Ekadash. Eka would be the 1, dash 10. So for the Ekadashi or Ekadashi TT, there's a story, right? A Vedic tale, so to speak. Long story short, Lord Vishnu has somebody destroying souls that don't listen and torturing those souls. But he leaves it with his homeboy. And his homeboy's got this soul-destroying entity in his basement. And so Vishnu comes in and visit his homie one day, and he's like, yo, what's all that screaming? And Vishnu's homie's like, yo, that's my man that your peoples that you told, kick it here and destroy souls and whatnot. And he like, yo, look, man, can we stop this? He like, yo, you Vishnu, you're the one that put homie up to the task. He like, look, man, we gotta stop this, right? So we gotta we gotta make that stop. And so the dude that's torturing the souls, he's like, yo, if I stop, he comes up, talks to Vishnu and his homie or whatever. He's like, yo, if I stop torturing souls, then the other peoples is gonna come after me because I've been doing this so long for real. And so Vishnu is telling dude like, yo, well, on the 11th set of 12-degree transit of the moon, during the Shukla Paksha, which is when the moon's increasing in light from new moon to full moon, and during the Krishna Paksha, when the moon's decreasing in light from full moon to new moon, hide in the grain. So that is a Vedic tale, which some people will say is, Indian mythology, right? According to, the Hindu religion, as they'll say. However, I have a knack for seeing the science in things, even though it's telling people to go through an Ekadashi fast. So every time there's an Ekadashi when the moon's increasing in light and Ekadashi when it's decreasing in light, which is going to happen twice a month, right? Twice a moon cycle. Month comes from month, which means moon cycle, right? So in that, fast from eating grain during Ekadashi. Why? Because the evil spirit soul destroyer dude is in the grain, right? Now, is that what's actually happening? No. What's happening scientifically, though, there's something dealing with the water in your body, all right? And during that particular portion of the moon's transit at its 11th set of 12-degree transit, grain is water absorbent. At those times is when your body needs to be flowing the most with water. So it's good for you to not take in grain that want to absorb all the water in your body. In my experience of observing Ekadashi TP, when not eating grain on those days, I have a beautiful time. When there's times that either I forgot it was Ekadashi TP or I ate something and it was like, man, I remembered, but I wasn't thinking in that moment. Something happens where I'm not having a good moment or a good time. And it happens within 24 hours. If I consume that grain during Ekadashi TT, something happens within that 24 hours that I just don't find favorable. So when it comes to fasting in general, with everyone, right? Whether you're Leo all the way around to Cancer, right? Because we just go through the whole zodiac. If you go from the sun sign around to the moon sign, right? Sun rules Leo, moon rules Cancer, right? Still doing all 12 signs of the zodiac, but just starting from Leo, right? For all of you, right? Observing the Ekadashi TT, Ekadashi, Ekadashi. See when Ekadashi TT is happening for wherever ye are, whatever time zone you're near, correct? See when Ekadashi TT is taking place. And do your best to not eat any grain during the Ekadashi Titi, and see what turns out for you. See what happens. See what fun we have. Right? What kind of fun do you have? Do you enjoy it? You know what I mean? Do you enjoy observing the Ekadashi Titi fast, the Ekadashi fast? You can YouTube some things. YouTube Ekadashi fast. And you'll probably hear the story that I just told you. I just put it in terms that, you know what I mean, if we was kicking it on the stoop in the hood, I could kind of, you know, let you know what it is. All right. So that's to answer that question, right? I know it seems like a long version of answering the question, but I wanted to make sure that I could answer it so that everyone could benefit from fasting twice a month, specifically during the 11th set of 12-degree transit pertaining to the moon. And there's calendars out there, right? And you can see when Ekadashi is, what dates do the Ekadashi happen? Even though when you look up most calendars, they're going to give you a comparative calendar. They're going to show you, it's going to be a bi-calendar. So it's going to be two calendars on top of one. One is the Gregorian calendar, while one would be the lunar calendar that's observed near Sindhu, which is now contemporarily being called the Republic of India. All right. So I trust I answered that question well. Right. So now, Brother Sean, it's on you, right? Now,
Indeed.
right, for the 8th, right?
Indeed.
All righty. I yield the floor, bro. Islam.
Indeed. So here we are for October 8th. Make sure that's definitely the Sunday, the soul day. All right, ruled by the sun. We've got the sun at 14 degrees, 55 minutes to Libra. So 5 minutes away before it enters at Via Combusta. All right, 15 degrees Libra through 15 degrees Scorpio. Brother Hassan, Sunshine Daydream says, yes, thank you for the fasting information.
Indeed, indeed. You all are welcome. Yeah, you guys know I enjoy teaching. Just remember, get your readings from us, guys. You know what I mean? We're not so-called expensive. However, we are professional astrologers. And I guarantee you, our colleagues want a lot more per hour than we do. I'll keep it brief. If you just wanted an hour session on just knowing your celestial promise, it's $153 for the hour. A mirror AstroLiteracy session is $459. However, I am working things out where I'm doing discounts for people, right? And I have different ways. Use the promo code REFLECT. Hey man, I want a mirror session, but I want to use the promo code REFLECT. Okay. And I'll let you know what the percentage would be off of that if you use the promo code. But I'm telling you, what you're going to get from us is more than just us talking to you about your astrology. We give so much, including your recording. We make sure you have a recording to keep for yourself. And that's one of the biggest reasons for doing what we do, because it does help you in your endeavors throughout life. And at first I was like, you don't have to come back to me. You just come once. However, in upping my studies further, I realized why 9 times out of 10, you would need to come to me at least twice a year. Once is all right, but coming to me at least twice a year would be great for you so that you can go, so I would say every 6 months, you would probably want to really come to me, do follow-ups, right, for your astrology session. Especially, I would say people start with the mirror Astro Literacy session and the Mental Magician report that Brother Sean gives also. And so you just go to 7healstar.com, see what it is that we offer. You guys can DM me, TikTok, Instagram, and my number is not hidden. So I have a Google Voice number that you guys can contact me with, right? And just be respectful pertaining to the energy, right? That's all I say. It's pertaining to my time. Take time away from my loved ones to be with you guys on the session. Just respect the energy. That's all. That's why we do Ellingmosonary tuitions. ELEMOSYNARY. Ellingmosonary. All righty. So it's like that's like poor righteous teacher tuition. Even though we're not poor at all, but that's what it is. because what we're not doing is doing things within the system of faith-based currency or whatever, even though what happens is people will share via CashApp, Zelle, things of that nature as a tool pertaining to respect when it comes to the energy shared to assist you with your astrology. All right. Just wanted to put that out there. And again, you all are welcome. Brother Sean, I yield to you, bro. You're on the sunrise for the 8th, October 2023. I yield, bro. Islam.
Islam. So yeah, sun at 14 degrees, 55 minutes Libra. We know that's ruling over the 11th house cusp. And we have Venus about to ingress Virgo soon. So still some mutual reception with Venus ruling over Libra and knowing that the sun rules Leo. So mutual reception. So there is some self-transformation going on here by means of relating through the group or via the internet. So maybe on this Sunday here, beings can really look to just communicate or look to meet others via the internet or just within the friend groups here. And with Venus ruling over Mercury as well, there's a lot of communication being held from closures that happened, or maybe beings found a new sense of spirituality via breath work here, and just sharing those with those in the group on the internet, learning what they learned, sharing their experiences, and letting themselves be transformed by their wisdom, and also just being able to sense what is higher self and what is lower self. And with that, I yield the floor.
Indeed. Let me go and hit the next button.
So next up, we have a lunar Mercurian sextile, right? So we have Luna at 6 degrees, 10 minutes Leo in the 10th house. And we have Mercury at 6 degrees, 10 minutes in the 12th here. So when we think of moon, we think of intellect, also intuition, and we think of Mercury as communicating and just being conscious of that intuition there. So maybe some beings will be seeing birds in their dreams and deciding to look up what is the meaning, right? Becoming more health oriented, speaking one's heart out, whether that's by singing, poetry, music, or writing a love letter. Becoming interested in one's work rather than just becoming interested in others' work rather than just being interested in their own work. Someone will be devising or coming up with a plan to bring long-term structure and old age security to our elders, to those that have paid it forward. All right.
At the sauce.
The sauce. Oh, it's brother
That's
sauce.
the sauce. What's up,
Speaking
bro?
Islam people.
Islam, broski doski.
I didn't know y'all were live, man. But Islam.
It's like we stop. Hey, bro, you can go in on the 9th, man. Luna is solar lunar sextile on the 9th and a lunar Uranian quartile if you like.
Islam.
Or
All
you
right,
can just do all the six houses if you want.
You got it.
Yo, he's not gonna stop that, bro. That's so hilarious.
Never.
Y'all are hilarious, man.
All right.
Go ahead. I yield, bro.
Maybe the people could be finding out some hidden things about those who are in public offices. So, be on the lookout for that as well. And with that, I yield the floor. All right.
We're here now on your lunar sextile Mercury, right? I think I hit the button early.
Yeah, we was at the lunar sextile Mercury. So
right, there we go.
Oh yeah, I just went on that, so we can go to the next one.
All righty. Oh yeah, that's right, indeed. So got you. Wow, Mars is squaring Pluto. Interessante. All righty, bro. There you go.
All right, guys, let me know if everything is still clear on the TikTok feed. All right.
Yeah, it's looking
fixed
pretty.
that echo. I fixed that.
Got you.
All right. So, Brother Jazz, bro, if you're saying like, here goes 6th house if you want it, bro.
Yo, stop. That Mars is in the 6th house, bro.
You got it, bro. You know what I mean? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You got it.
Right.
That is
Just making
hilarious.
sure, man. I don't want to leave
No,
you out if you want to go
no,
ahead.
man. This is you, man. You know what I mean?
Y'all are hilarious.
All right, so girl, you gotta be right here up under me. All right, so we got Mars in the 6th, 27 degrees, 54 minutes Libra, and Pluto at 27 degrees, 54 minutes Capricorn.
Well, you said Mars in what house?
In the 6th.
Okay, yep. That's fine. Go ahead. I got you.
So maybe somebody is deciding to go natural, with their hair, leaving the dye alone. Maybe they've been doing too much dyeing or cutting, and their hair is, suffering due to that matter, or even, getting too many perms, as they would say. Service and higher learning are brought to the forefront, using urges and impulses to transform oneself, rather than being destroyed by those same urges and impulses. A public figure could be speaking on justice or receiving justice, from being too impulsive, right? And we look at the ascendant, 7 degrees Gemini, being ruled by a Mercury. Where are you at, Mercury? And Libra, right there in the 5th house. So
Trying.
fine, would you looky. So maybe there's this expression is flowing here today. With that, really just seeing the beauty in life. Guys, maybe even the children will be sharing something here as well, is what I'm really getting. So let the children be creative. It makes you think of when you're younger, like, hey, do that little dance, and you come out and do that dance or sing that song. So, let the children be expressive. Okay. So let me unmute my microphone over here, right? So unmute for us to hear you. Okay, my bad, guys. So building while we flying, right? So letting the children really just do their thing and be creative. Possibly even, enrolling them into kind of a school or something for like creative arts. Maybe doing like writing practices or singing practices. Let's let the children be expressive, let them enjoy themselves, and maybe ye to learn something as well from that. And with that, I will yield the floor.
Got you. Just checking the chat. Lunar ingress in Virgo, bro. That's what's up. Next. Just want to make sure it's no echo, no feedback, right? Because I know my microphone is still open on my headphones, but you guys can hear Brother Sean clearly with no feedback, right? Want to ask. Okay, they saying much better now, so that's cool. Thank you, Sunshine. Appreciate you. All righty, I yield the floor, bro. Here she is. Jesus, mercy, Christ.
Bro, come on, Jack, man. It's 2 times back to back, bro. You ain't want to go in.
Another one.
You see what happens? You do it every time, and then this is the result.
Hey, I'm cool with 6 hours.
You gotta learn.
I don't want the 7. Bro. I'll do 6 all day, bro.
Y'all are hilarious, yo. All right, I yield, bro. Go in, man.
All right, it's so we have Venus ingressing Virgo.
Oh, hold on. Bro.
Oh, we in August.
How do we get back that far, bro? Time out. Let me go back. We were in 2024 just now. That was August 2024. It ingressing. We want this one. There we go. October 8th, 2100 hours, 10 minutes, 29 seconds. My apologies. Hold on. There it go. It's in the 4th, yo. We take that back. It's not in the 6th house, man. It's in the 4th. I was too far in the future.
Everybody, put it in the chat if you want Brother Jag to have a 6th house delineation. We back, baby.
Yo, stop. Yo. That you guys will catch on to these astrological jokes real soon. There's no bad house. I don't want you guys to think, oh, it must be. There's no such thing as bad houses. We just have jokes. That's all. All right, bro. I yield.
All right. So Venus ingressing Virgo. So we know that Venus is exalted in Pisces. So being in Virgo should be termed in her fall. Not really feeling comfortable. But what's beautiful is Venus will be in mutual reception with Mercury. So when we look here, at the essential dignities table, Venus has a +1. So not too bad right there, right? but with a very strong Mercury here with a +8. So guys, when it comes to this Venusian ingress into Virgo, we'll be finding beauty and harmony in how we relate by means of this organizing and having detailed, balanced communications. Someone could be meeting their mate who is foreign by means of attending their child's school or sports event. So be on the lookout for that, and receiving gifts or presents from an admirer or from an organization for doing some great missionary work or just uplifting the people.
I'm gonna be honest, to add to Brother Sean's wisdom, I know the scoring of the weight of the dignities here, according to this Dorothian essential dignities chart that I have here. It does, because it does like Venus has only a +1 because of being in mutual reception. Technically, would give it a 5 by rulership. It's under the rulership, so it's in mutual reception with Mercury, of course. That would give it +5. This would be 4. This would be 3. This would be 2, right? So 5 and 2, because it's in mutual reception by term with Mercury also, right? So 5 and 2 is 7. With a -4 for the term, I would technically give Venus a +3. I know, I'm challenging the software. It's all good. And I would give Mercury a 5 +3 is 8 +2 is 10. So I would technically give Mercury a +10 in its essential dignities also, just to kind of bring the weight up 2 points for both of them, respectfully speaking. All right. But Brother Sean is doing excellent. I yield.
That's fine. Yeah, and just finally, finding the beauty of everyone being able to have material possessions that bring comfort and security, which kind of goes back to Brother Hassan earlier, I think before we started, was just speaking on everyone be able to be secure in their possessions, which makes me think, I'm not sure which verse from the Bible it is, but having a warning against those who are looking, I think it's being coveting one's possessions, these attorneys out here who like to steal people's houses, right? And other things as well, their cars and all that. So just being able to be secure and one's own material possessions so that they can be secure and comfortable, enjoy the greatest right to be left alone and to be secure in one's possessions for these beings who are just looking to be a thief. So, and it's in the 4th house as well. So this is all about home and one's loved ones, or you would say family, non-statutory to all these statutory terms that these beings like to convert private things into public. So just becoming secure and communicating and also getting justice as well, with that Mercury being in Libra. So, get your concepts corrections together so that one can not only envision the beauty they like to see, they can also write and be able to communicate the things that they need to get without having to do any of these processes or, have to hula hoop to get things. And with that, I yield the floor. Right.
It's funny how Venus in Virgo is both trine and 12th to what it is oikos despotes for, right? It's trine to Taurus, yet 12th to Libra, which kind of just speaks on hidden harmonies type energy, you know what I mean? But go ahead, I yield.
Looks like we got next. Whoa, where we at? You might have to hit that next. Hold up.
Perdóneme. Here we go.
There we go. Yeah, we got Luna square Jupiter, right? Luna 13 degrees, 40 minutes Leo in the 2nd. Jupiter at 13 degrees, 40 minutes Taurus in the 11th house. All right, guys. So, an old book, this is what I wrote, old book resurfaces that changes how some look at certain literature. Maybe an old text, maybe 12, 1300s, for that matter, not letting self-worth be determined by inner dialogue and things seen via the internet. Right? Let your self-worth be determined within you, within your own temple. Obstacles pertaining to group work and finances are removed by discovering some hidden gems. Letting one's light shine in the hometown or being recognized for some literature that was ahead of its time, and some beings could be coming back home, quote unquote, right? Coming back into their nationality and birthrights. Coming back to mother, right? Jupiter in that 11th and Moon in the 3rd. So yeah. And really just came to mind as children, you were just plain rich, quoting Prophet Nubu Ali there. Right. So yeah. And with that, I will yield the floor to Deacon Soul. That's another inside joke there.
Call him Deacon Soul.
So let's see, guys, how many 6 houses Deacon Soul or Brother Sauce will get.
Indeed, guys. Brother Terrell Tamari Bay is with us, and the sunrise is right there, bro. We yield to you, Brother Jag. Islam.
Islam. All righty. We're looking at the 9th of October, 2023, this Christian calendar year. 1443 would be the Moor's calendar year. Right? So the sun's at 15 degrees Libra, 54 minutes, as you see there. So really, I'll just really I'll go off what Brother Sean was really saying, with people really just going back to the ancient foremothers and forefathers mindset, because that's really what people are looking to solidify with this sun being in Libra and Venus now being in Virgo. This is like the ability, or that, like I said, solidification of people just really honoring where they come from and the fact that they're actually alive, and breathing, and can do exactly and whatever they want without any mishap. So just as simple as getting up and walking to get some water. That's a superpower. You know what I mean? So that recognition or that realization is that's what people are starting to realize and connect to, and not take advantage of. Right? So the first aspect that we have for this day, with the sun and the moon, is a sextile. Right, so the moon is in the 12th house here, 15 degrees Leo, 44 minutes. And the sun is in the 2nd house. And as you see here, at the moment of this aspect, it's 3:07 in the morning, right? It's interesting. Yeah, so this could just really be, if you're up around this time, this would be a great time to really just meditate and connect to that energy I was just speaking on. Really honing in on who you are and the capabilities that you have to express, so to speak, to let your talents and your expression be heard, so you are able to help whoever needs to be helped. And then, you're again solidifying things like reading certain documents to back up certain claims. It's as simple as going to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, the rights of indigenous peoples. All of these documents, it's just now, it's a sense of cross-referencing everything. Case law, whatever you like to utilize, is now you're able to like stand on it in the sense of, or without fear. Let's just put it like that. So now things are, it has a foundation that you can make certain moves off of based off of not having that foundation. So now it's just that moment to take advantage of the wisdom and the things that you are capable of to help whomever you may help connect to, that ability or that consciousness, so to speak, of who you are. Who's your mother? Honor her.
Who's your mama?
Who's your father? And so on and so forth. You just go into that sense of honoring being. Islam. So the next aspect, we have the moon squaring Uranus, and that's just like perfect. There's all of this realization. All of this realization. The moon's in the 6th house, right?
It is.
Boom.
Yo, stop, yo. Hey, yo.
Moon's in the 6th house, 22 degrees Leo, 23 minutes, right? And Uranus is in the 3rd house, 22 degrees, 23 minutes, retrograde, right? So like I said, everything that's just will be solidified or recognized in some sense could be very uncomfortable, you know, because it's just coming to certain terms with certain things. I don't know. You could just say like someone who just found out they're Moor, and then they're like, what? How is this Morocco or Morocco? And then it's just like as simple as just studying things. So a question, instead of just making statements, you ask a question as something like, December 1st, 1789, if I'm not mistaken, George Washington wrote a letter to the Sultan of Morocco. Okay, and 1789, we're talking about the Sultan of Morocco. But 1956 is when the Kingdom of Morocco was founded, right? Mm-hmm. So what Morocco was George Washington talking about? Just a question. But that's literally this aspect. So there will be something that's coming out, or something that you read already, you realize it, or you thought you realized it, and you come back to it, and it's like, whoa. Yeah. So the moon's in the 6th, Uranus is in the 3rd. It's just something like that's. It's like a letter. It's a document, something you've already read, probably. You've already been through it, but then you read it, or you might hear it from your mother. Let's just say because it's the moon, or it's something you already know, but you hear it again from a higher perspective or a different perspective, and then it's like brain blast, or the light bulb goes off. So just yield to that, and search for whatever it is you're searching for. You're going to find it. So look for it and yield to that, whatever it is you're looking for, because it's there right here at the moon squaring Uranus, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, with that. So
I'm thinking, you want to do that? You want to do Tuesday too, Jay?
What day is this? Was the 9th? This is Monday?
Yeah. And by the way, the Ekadashi fast is from 2:07 anti-meridian, 3:07 anti-meridian Eastern, right? It's funny how the Ekadashi Titi starts right at that sextile on the 9th, right? Hint, hint. So that Ekadashi Titi, when you want to have the Ekadashi fast, right, starts at 3:07 anti-meridian, and it ends at 4:39 anti-meridian Eastern on the 10th. All right, I just wanted to put that out there or whatever. However, yeah, bro, you can, if you want to do the 10th, and I guess on the closeout, because I did Thursday and Saturday, Brother Sean did Friday and Sunday. You got this Monday and Tuesday if you want to just knock them out back to back, right? And then I can close with the 11th if you like. It's up to you though.
You don't have any 6 houses, Jag, just to let you know.
You're hilarious. Oh, this is your day. This is on. All right. So the 10th of October. Sunday. Okay. 16 degrees. Libra, 54 minutes. So yeah, this is the same energy for real. It's now the foundation has been observed, and now you're building off of that. So it's like having a block of marble, and now you're about to sculpt it how you would like it to be. This is that solidification, right? So what's the first aspect? The first aspect, Venus opposes Saturn. Yes. Venus is in Virgo. Saturn is in Pisces. Okay. First house, seventh house. Venus is in the first house. Saturn is in the seventh house. Okay. Yeah. It is happening at 2:10 in the morning. Is that what that said? 2:10. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, this is cleaning up shop here. Internally, externally. Yeah, just now one knows what one will have in their day-to-day routine, so to speak. So I'm not gonna deal with not exercising my mind and my body at least 4 days out of the week. And if my partner isn't looking to do those things either, then I don't know if I have a partner. This is sort of that kind of energy. But it's also, like I said, very internalized. So it's not just with someone who, it's not, you don't have to be doing anything with anyone else. It's just really taking one's day-to-day routines and values into consideration more, to not, let's say, waste one's own time and someone else's time, in the sense of just relating. So if you don't have the same values and you can't respect one another, you don't need to deal with them. It's simple, right? You know what I mean? So those things are being solidified and stood on simply. It's because Saturn being in Pisces and Venus being in Virgo, it's like we're not doing the fairy tale thing. Everything has to be based off of something grounded and stable, so we can build something, right? That's the idea, right? Moving on, the moon is to sextile Mars. Moon is where? Where are you? Where are you, Lunas?
He's saying they really not hearing JaguarSolar on TikTok, man, because we live simultaneously on TikTok too. So we're gonna bring you a little closer.
And it doesn't help because my speaker is worth 7 cents, possibly. So I'm not sure what I can do about that. However, I will look to invoke a little bit louder for you TikTokers there.
Yeah. Even though we're still live on YouTube also, like, yeah, definitely.
It's live. Yeah.
It's live.
Alrighty. So the moon, what's it doing? It's in the 11th house, right? Yeah, moon's in the 11th. Mars is in the 2nd. So we're doing a lot of relating around with these aspects. This is happening around the morning. So yeah, this is the routine thing, and really doing the things that ignites one's inner flame or makes one excited to do something. So yoga, starting the day with some yoga, sun salutation. Oh my goodness, your body will say you're the best. Like you would have those sort of when you do certain things that you know your body wants to do. However, you don't do them because you're being lazy. So we're not doing that. You know, this whole energy is being more active and assertive and initiating one's ideas and actions without thinking, well, what about if, you know, then that's not the idea here, especially with Mercury being a Virgo. You can really take action and be precise and accurate with the things that you are interested in, with just interest and tenacity. Simple as that. So this aspect may make you want to be more relative and have good debates with your colleagues, and you should do it to spark some creative thought. Let's put it like that, right? Yeah, cool. So the moon's going to be void. How long is that for? 28 degrees, 48 minutes?
Yeah, about 2 hours and 26 minutes. It'll be void, of course.
2:26. Ciertamente. All right. So, you know, if you're online shopping because you're awake around that time, just put it in the cart. You know, don't do it, because They may not have it in those 2 hours and 26 minutes, and you'll be upset. Moving on. Moon's in Virgo now. About to kiss Venus. Ooh, you should go outside and see it. Oh no, the sun is ruining it. Well, yeah, a few hours prior, you can see the moon kiss Venus a little bit. Not quite, but a little bit. So you should go see that. But yeah, this is a great time to just do a fall cleaning. It's not spring cleaning. We're fall cleaning. The sun is falling. So we're removing certain things out of the home that needs to be removed for certain reasons, and bringing what's the cinnamon, not cinnamon sticks, the little pine cones. Yeah, bringing those in the house. Get a little the little fall scent. That's yeah. That's just and it's in the 10th house too. So yeah, hitting the first house, the 7th, and the 4th. Like I said, cleaning up shop with oneself inside the home and also within, one's relationships and one's where one wants to basically be, let's say 5 years or 7 years from now. Just really taking one's being more seriously, right? Working out, observing what you eat, how you eat, when you eat, why you eat, all of these things. This is the moon in Virgo. Kissing Venus, right? Then moon is to oppose Saturn, so that's just solidifying the Venus and Saturn reflection. That's just basically putting it. Now you whatever was communicated from, let's just say, this young scholarly woman who is the Venus in Virgo, because she's all young and beautiful, and she told you exactly what you needed to hear to really take yourself more seriously, because she was firm, right? However she expressed whatever it is, now with that moon being in Virgo and opposing Saturn, you could hear that exact same wisdom from one of your ancient foremothers, or that message could be said from your grandfather or someone close to you who really has the wisdom that, or somebody that you actually trust, through the things that they have went through in life and so on and so forth. And you're able to actually process and take heed of the wisdom that, they're giving you, so you can do better. Right? Simple, right? You do better. You got to do better. We all got to do better, right? So that's just that. To help the kin, right? Moon in the 9th, that's opposing the 3rd. So we're looking to gain something to give something, right? Giving is receiving, right? That's that energy with the moon in Virgo, of course, too. Giving is receiving. That would be I don't know, the motto for Virgo. Really, I'm gonna do it because I want to. Yeah, right. That's why you should be doing it, not for a game, just because you actually want to do it. Right. All right. So the moon's gonna kiss Venus. So beautiful. And it's in the 9th house. So yeah, this is great. This is cool. And Mars is ruling the ascendant. Mars is in the 11th. Okay, yeah, this is now everyone see astrology as not just sun horoscope. Oh my God, man, my horoscope is wrong. It's not real. Now you can really actually you see it as it is. It's not just fairy tales. Again, with Moon and Venus opposing Saturn, we're not talking about dragons and fairies. However, we're not discrediting those energies either. Because that's interesting. Dragons. Anyway, it's you're seeing the actuality in things that you may have discredited. Like Brother Sean was saying earlier, woe unto you lawyers, right? You attorneys. So then it's like, okay, wait. Someone would say, you have to go to law school to be a lawyer, or you have to go to law school to know law. And it's like, technically, I don't think the lawyers know law. They know procedure.
Can I quote Brother Stein real quick?
Go for it.
According to who's thinking, I yield.
Basically. Absolutely.
So, you know, just learning certain things to know actually, or to go prove something wrong. That's the quote, right? Prove it wrong. So prove the fact, or prove that it's a fact that you have to go to law school.
Right.
To know law. Prove it. But there's beings right now on this plane here where we are that know law for a fact, and they didn't go to Harvard or what's another one? Help me out.
Princeton, Dartmouth.
Dartmouth. Yale. Yep, those. They didn't do that, and they are indeed intelligent. Indeed. So, you know, that's Moon in the ninth house. It's pretty cool. All right, I you.
Indeed. So closing out, guys, for the 11th, right? Desire Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey knocking out. Look, Sun is at the Leo degree. Looky, Astro Cookie. So, you know, just having, I guess, a type of a regal rising, right? When it comes to that. However, you know, when we're really looking at this also, you know, pertaining to Libra does give off balance energy, partnership energy, contractual energy, right? Just being naturally tied to Venus and the 7th house, right? What we could actually see here is a means for us, right, to really allow ourselves, and it's interesting too, how Mars is just void of course in the 1st house during this time. However, what we can actually see here is Venus from the 11th, right? Because this is where I give like mutual dispositorship, where the Sun is in Libra, mutually ruling over the 11th house, while Venus is in the 11th house, mutually ruling over the 1st. So with that being said, what I ultimately see here is, you know, being able to put a spotlight or even, you know, a centralized self-expression pertaining to one's self-esteem. Maybe there's some fascination and denial you have with others. However, when it comes to your own self-esteem and, you know, moving forward in those ideals, with both the Sun and Mars there in the 1st house at Leo degrees, it just really lets me know that, you know, this is where you have to be very confident in yourself. Maybe you're not feeling it on this day. So what you do is you pay attention to your hair for some reason. Maybe you're going to a salon or a barbershop, or maybe you do your own type of hair care. And with that being said, you will get rid of a bit of a feeling of fascination and denial with your own beauty. However, I think what you'll be able to do is feel really secure in how you're valuing some detailed things about yourself. Maybe you weren't always confident about it, but maybe someone has complimented you on that prior to this sunrise. And now you're kind of looking in the mirror about it and really finding a means to allow your subconscious mind to find a healthy way of digesting that bit of information poured out to you. With that, I yield the floor. The only transit for the 11th is a lunar Jupiterian trine. So there's just this effortless harmony between the subconscious mind and the way to expand, you know, any ideals pertaining to what the subconscious mind may be in observance or holding pertaining to. So with that being said, what we're looking at here with Luna trine Jupiter happening at about A little early. That's all right. That's all right, man. Approximately 1100 hours. All righty, 6 minutes to be exact. 1100 hours, 5 minutes. Hey, they were at 11:05. She know who I'm talking to. So it's at 11:05, 38. All righty, 1100 hours, 5 minutes, and 38 seconds Eastern. All right, so 11:05, 38 anti-meridian Eastern. So here, Luna's in the ninth house, technically in the sun's joy, right? So it's reflecting its own joy. Luna takes joy in the third. However, at 13 degrees, and it's in Virgo. So when we just think about that, just some really brief keywords, right? What's some ideal home details? Right? What are some ideal details pertaining to food? Right? So it's interesting here. Someone may offer you some type of food, and it may be foreign. Maybe a long time ago, it's like, oh, I don't know about this. I don't like it. However, you may be dealing with a restaurant here, and it's dealing with some type of foreign food. Jupiter rules foreign, right? Because naturally Jupiter rules, or is oikos despotes for Sagittarius, which is the ninth sign. So it's tied to the ninth house, as well as the 12th sign in the 12th house, Pisces, 12th sign in the 12th house, right? However, when we see Jupiter here, alrighty, technically in the sixth house, just barely in the sixth house. It's at the cusp, right? Which lets me know that even when it comes to entering the restaurant, you may be joined by someone may use a language that you're unfamiliar with as they greet you to the restaurant as you go to partake in this food. Somebody's inviting you to Thai food. You're like, I don't know about this Thai food, but you're greeted well, you're greeted properly. And the fascination and denial that comes from it, like, ooh, it's exotic, but the denial is coming from not actually knowing what's going to take place at this particular restaurant. What you can be able to do is really find the fact that you allow yourself to just be in the moment. And what you actually find out is you really enjoy the experience and the food pertaining to this particular foreign culture restaurant. So, just allow yourself to embrace that which is a foreign affair, so to speak, as far as entering a restaurant pertaining to some food that you may not have ever partaken in before. However, allow this sudden change to take place in how you normally structure what you eat, and really just enjoy the experience that you're going to get, because you're also going to learn something that's going to make you want to go home and try to fix it. So this is something you'll be adding to the personal and or family cookbook to make for your loved ones also. And with that, I yield the floor. Guys, I'd like to thank you all for joining us. We had an awesome time. Awesome time. Let's see if everybody's cammed up when I stop this thing. Oh, you're not even cammed up, brother Jag. It's all good. But it's all to the gizzard in the neighborhood, right? So let me see if I can get this thing going. Turn this cam around too, right? Boom, shagalaga, right? To just, let you guys know, like when we're going live, we're really going live. Making sure, you know what I mean? We can just have some fun here. For those that don't know, I know a lot of people on TikTok are new to me presenting. However, guys, I have the first astrology coloring book ever presented, right? And there's a bit of, things that I kind of do. I'm gonna, when I do this live on this Mercury Ingress Libra, I'm going to go in and maybe I'll introduce this to you guys where you can order these things. All righty. And probably get into it. It's a question there in the chat, Brother Sean. What does it say? Who's asking that question?
All right. So Sir says, can you please reach out to Empress Light Tajiri Bay about fixing censorship issues on YouTube?
I'm not really connected with that particular being, only because with prior experience and previous experience, and even how she came into the knowledge, and information. Oh, I held my phone too long. It overheated. You know how these iPhones are, right? She can still hear me though, right? Because everybody can still hear me. You can still see me, even though I'm not tandem live with Brother Sean right now. You guys can still hear me and see me, right? So to be very honest with you, I would have to be sure that she's still not an FBI agent. You can tell her I said it. Because I'm sure the fact that that's where her and her brother come from, their background in being Federal Bureau of Investigation agents, right? So I didn't get my start there. They're babies, respectfully saying, in terms of coming into their nationality and birthrights. So when it comes to that sister, who I think is near the Freedom Way Corporation, Washington State Republic, I tend not to interact with beings that do not comprehend that which I've spent the last 9 years of my life. I sacrificed not chasing the bag just to have some people we don't know. Are they still with the FBI? Why do they want to write in all lowercase letters? It really doesn't matter, right? I know people are like, well, it's free speech. They can write like this if they want. Maybe she's being censored because the people that she formerly owed a debt to, or she still owes a debt to, they're, letting it know what it is. Like I said, these people came out of nowhere in 2018. Babies. By the time it was May 2018, they might have been in the information for about 8 months. Her and her brother. And, even her brother tried to use like intimidating language to a certain extent. Like, yeah, Brother Taj said we got to work out some of the arrogance in the movement. Hey, bro, fuck you, respectfully, because nobody gives a fuck what you're talking about. All right. Mark and Pauline. Nobody cares. All right. For the sheer fact that this is why a huge fray in the Moorish movement really took place, because we didn't really know what Brother Taj was doing with those beings. So it made a lot of people back off, a whole lot. And this is why, I went my way with 7 Heel Star. I get it. Most people don't want to hear that. Oh man, we got to show there's Moorish unity. I watch things and I make my own decisions. I don't base it on some penitentiary group of Moors. I don't base it on some former FBI group of Moors. I don't base it on, we need to do a Moorish American consulate. How are you consul at your own home? Well, because we're foreign to the U.S. Corporation, and since they in power, we got to have our consuls to them. They're babies. In order for the United States of America Corporation to be recognized, it took the Sultan pertaining to Morocco to recognize that baby nation, who really we should have just hung them all, respectfully. We should have just hung every one of them. However, what happened is Sidi Muhammad III recognized there's a karmic debt that we owe to the universe for not listening. We did some things we weren't supposed to do. All righty, and that's where the break happened. So when it comes to Light to Jerry Bay, she would, for me, either have to really show some real work being done, because all I see is a Federal Bureau of Investigations agent who has a brother that's a Federal Bureau of Investigations agent. Trying to say you need to have a Moorish American consulate when that's not the idea. When Brother Terrell was speaking about what Morocco was, George Washington speaking about on December 1st, 1789, when sending a letter near the New York State Republic to the Sultan of Morocco, right? What Morocco was that when we don't hear about a kingdom of Morocco until 1956 after Dwight D. Eisenhower relinquishes his jurisdiction at Morocco? Well, that's because the Moroccan Empire always existed, and you'll see it being spoken about in the Convention of Madrid, 3rd July, 1880. You'll hear it spoken about in the 59th Congress, second session, document number 326, dated the 20th December, 1906, when it was recorded. However, it's going to give the American legation that was put together by Hoffman Phillip for the 3rd August, 1906. Now, with that being said, and this speaking about consuls, right? You're speaking on something that's dealing with commerce, right? So I get it. When there's, one nation doing commerce somewhere foreign, I get it. However, at the end of the day, the United States relinquished its jurisdiction at Morocco in 1956. So in order for this is what should be being said. However, again, these beings are babies and they haven't really studied, and they still got the spirit of Federal Bureau of Investigation agency on them. And I'm always open for correction. And I'm not trying to, discourage anyone. However, the second principle is truth, right? Love, truth, peace, freedom, justice. Well, why Brother Taj hang around them? If they're around Brother Taj, then don't that mean they're credible? Brother Taj has said plenty of times, don't follow me. Don't let anyone put their spirit on you. Trust your own thinking and let no one put their spirit on you. As he's not said that. So I saw from afar when, Mark and Pauline came on the scene. I was like, yep, not messing with that. That's why you got those Moors who claimed their rising, stopped on the highway wearing military uniforms, talking about camping. I didn't see that when I was, that's why I said, man, it was a whole different Moorish movement in 2014, 2015, 2018, man, that's when they started sending in all the agents, sending in the Marines with the fall of the Moriscos. I don't call them rising Moors, fall of the Moriscos, right? With Marine leadership. Sounds like infiltration to me. Then you got FBI agents, Mark and Pauline, coming in talking about they're going to do what they're going to do for the Moorish American consulate. Don't sound right to me. Now, when I'm actually studying these words, and then everybody that got associated with these beings, some way, shape, or form, ended up in trouble. Why am I still doing what I'm doing 9 years later? Have you seen me in the news? Have you seen me in trouble? You see people complaining about me? If anybody's complaining about me, it's probably because they're jealous. So we some handsome guys, man. And you know how the pretty boys always want to, the petty boys, want to be against the pretty boys. It's all good. Hey, you can take that how you want to. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm not being arrogant. I'm, again, telling the truth. Second principle. So if this sister is being censored, 9 times out of 10 is probably something dealing with her actual spirit. Honestly. Because what I've been doing myself and what Seven Hill Star does, we tell the truth. And we give it often. Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Man, we give it freely. Now I'm sharing things on TikTok and barely telling anyone what my CashApp is. Do I still want you to get your readings with me? Of course. You want to have a concept correction session so you can better, connect the dots when it comes to statutes, codes, and policies and how they do not apply to you and only to agents? Okay, cool. We can do that too. For my time, great. You want to exchange for it? Excellent. I'm glad you respect my time. Other than that, there's no need for us to really kind of, talk because, Seven Hill Star's been providing things. I did both of their charts. The one calling herself Light and the other one calling himself Shala Moore or Chalet Moore or whatever. Both Pauline and Mark did both their stuff. Who knows if that's really even their charts? However, at the end of the day, what I recognized was, because I'm very sensitive, I'm a triple water trinity, and even my midheaven is in Pisces. So that's a quadruple water for some really strong spots in my natal chart. I am psychic, just use the astrology and tarot as beacons. So I'm going to say that something didn't feel right with them. My intuition was like, hell no, no, to the no, no, no. I'm just going to keep it a band with y'all. Hell to the no, 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 no. I'm just going to keep it a band with you. So I'm not saying you asked the question to the wrong being. I'm saying you need to be careful who you're associating with. Unless you're an agent too, I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying, I have history. I'm not new to this, right? The end of November will be 9 years complete, which means I'll be entering my 10th year since taking nationality and birthrights seriously, because I actually comprehend the history and law, or really records past and law, right? History is some reconstruction. Records past or past records is different. And being able to see it being jurisprudence, jurisprudence is that particular combination pertaining to law and past records. So that's why you don't see me with your Fall of the Moriscos or your Moorish American consulates, because I make sure I actually read Prophet Noble Drew Ali's literature first. I didn't go to start a website to circumvent rvbaypublications.com, and Mother Ross Mariah V. Bay of rvbaypublications.com, even though there's been on 2 occasions she's given me some gifts that I didn't expect. As much as I promote rvbaypublications.com, I am not at all in any way, shape, or form, nor have I ever been compensated for the promotion that I do for that. Not really looking for it either. People want to be people. They'll do what they do when they feel like it. However, I tell people at the end of the day, it's only 3 websites that you need. 3. That's it. 3. Those 3 websites are RV Bay Publications. Why? Because that's my experience. RVBayPublications.com, 7hillstar.com, and LawfulLiving.com. That's it. There's no other websites to go to. It really isn't. Because in that way, you'll really get to see what's really going on with records past and where you need to be now, as well as getting some actual internationally certified professional astrologers when dealing with 7 Hillstar, when interacting with, strike dealing from the record, when interacting with 7 Hillstar. What was that sister's response, bro?
Let's see. I know, bro.
Yo, this Tuesday.
I'm just saying, man.
Just said that what she's spitting, as far as I know, at console respectfully, but I am listening. And then more.
Hey, bro, listen, I'm traveling, yo. I yield, bro. Te amo. I love y'all. Te amo. Te amo.
Islam, bro. Te amo.
That free white person stuff is naturalized, quote unquote, citizens. Man, why y'all gotta be like, oh, goodness. I'm about to break my stand and everything. Move, sir. Go. I'll play over
in the
there.
Naturalization Act, that's how they're seeing classifications of beings. However, I don't need to naturalize. If you want to bring up the Naturalization Act of 14th July 1870, cool. Make sure you're looking at that in tandem with the Convention of Madrid, 3rd July 1880, and 59th Congress, 2nd Session, document number 326, which speaks on United States citizenship of the United States, expatriation and protection abroad. To be naturalized means to become a member of something. Oh, now you're a member of this. You've been naturalized. That sounds like a process. However, I know my status is white, whether it's documented or not in someone's foreign corporation. I call me what I call me. I don't have a complex of needing someone's opinion, needing someone to go, oh, you know what? He's exactly correct. So yeah, you can do that. I don't need someone's approval. I'm not a slave. As a child, I thought as a child. As a man, I put away childish thinking. And it's pretty childish to think you need someone over you. Because when we really study, I mean, really, really, really study, the reason my status is white is because where am I from? My mother's womb. I'm not going to get into political corporate jurisdiction talk, especially if I'm not a part of that political corporate jurisdiction. Just not a part of it. Not naturalized into the U.S. Corporation because United States of America Corporation owes its allegiance to the Continental Congress. Who is that? Me and anybody else that can freely see it and study it. However, I get it. Some of you people, you need a group. You need a group. I know 7 Hill Star is 5 brothers, right? I didn't need a group. None of us need a group. We may need our community, and the community is global. However, at the end of the day, I'm not dealing with Pauline Denise Ritchie. That's a no for me. Unless, she can show that she, is not an agent. But to me, her and her brother will always be FBI agents, period. That's it. That's all. I mean, come on. If anyone's upset with me, that's cool. I won't be laboring on that too much, but what's more the comments she's going in on there, man?
Let's see. Playing someone else did. Let's see. Sir said that she was lecturing them like they was dumb. I'm out. Comments were, yeah, Sir. I had said the Moorish masters. Let's see who was that. Moorish master teacher had said the white person stuff was naturalized, and he was first going in on your comment as to about the J and M. That was the first one. Then the second part he went on the free white person was in response to Moorish master's teacher comment.
But Moorish master teacher is not a Moorish master teacher. He's someone who has a little bit of identity issues. I forgot what his appellation was on Facebook some years ago, but he's someone who's a little jealous. I'm gonna tell you how it's like the petty boys against the pretty boys type energy. You know what I'm saying? Where's his fez? 9 times out of 10, I have on a bandana. Why is he overweight? I'm not making fun of anyone, and I'm not knocking him. What I'm saying is, when you're really in alignment with the universe, you don't have to have the ego. I'm just Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey, and I'm giving you history without having to be someone special. Yes, I have on a black fez. Yes, I have on my badges, right? Got on my standard, my MA button, and I have a Sharif's badge. But I'm not here calling myself the Moorish Master Teacher Sharif Grand Sheikh Brother Hassan. Come on, man. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. We got it. And that's not a beef. It is really loving and being brotherly when you can tell your brothers and mothers or your brothers and sisters, hey, you're full of shit. All righty. And you've been full of shit. You haven't really done anything but just be on social media with an opinion. You're not teaching anyone. You're not sharing anyone. 9 times out of 10, I gave you access to a lot of the information that you have. You were inspired by things I've done back in 2014 and 2015. You're fairly new to the information. You might be about 4 or 5, maybe 6 years in. But come on, man. Come on. Let's keep it a whole buck. So you got go and look at Moorish Master Teacher's TikTok. Go and look.
Say something. Oh.
He's far from a Moorish Master Teacher. Far from it. I guarantee you. If you're a real master, you don't have to call yourself or your Instagram or TikTok handles that. You don't have to say that. That's an insecurity that's prominent. Why be insecure?
And you do partially know me. I don't know why you would play with me at all. But real talk. The more master teacher is about the information I planned on bringing on this TikTok. It wasn't to give me a handle. I wasn't using TikTok. I didn't know, they're going to call you whatever you on your title or put them through here. I'm not saying, Calico, the Moorish master teacher, but I do take offense to what you're saying.
That's what it was. D Calico. Exactly, man. That's he still he got some sums to solve to work out, man. That's all it is. And I know it's tough coming from me. It's tough. It's tough. I know. It's me saying it. It's tough. I get it. That's kind of tough. I get it. I get it, man. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep it a bang. It's kind of clout chasing. If anything, if you were sincere, only sincere Moor is really linked with 7 Heel Star. Everybody else is still kind of trying to still be cool with the Negro black colored, so they still seem down with the movement. Go and invite me in, bro. I'm back. Trying to still be cool. You don't have to get upset. It's the truth, bro.
What is the truth?
It's the truth.
And what?
What can I learn from you, brother? I'm so open. I'm a student for life. What can I learn from you? What can I learn? Send a request, brother Sean.
I'm supposed to learn from you. Bro, you're an astrologist. That's it.
An astrologist? Bro, I'm an astrologer. Who says the word astrologist? What scholar says that?
Bro, do you feel like you just made that bigger?
I'm actually a part of a worldwide, global, international professional astrological association, bro. I've never heard any of my colleagues say astrologists. Only people I hear say that are people from the hood who can't let the hood go. Bro, I'm from near the Park Heights Corporation, Baltimore Corporation, Maryland State Republic. You don't see me having to still try to be down and talk cool. You guys have to get through this sum you have to solve, man. Like, come on. Where's the request, bro, on your TikTok, bro?
Gosh, I'm about to send it to you. Boom. Invited.
Phone conversation. Man, you don't have phone conversation. You know who I am.
Of course I know who you are. Why do you think I'm being able to speak about it? I'm not speaking as if I don't know, but I can see clearly. And what I'm seeing is it is an insecurity issue, period. You don't have to try to be something. Just be a brother.
When did you come to this conclusion? When you see my handle being Moor's master teacher, is that when you became like that? Felt like that?
You said that I see what?
Why
can't I hear him here? I want to make sure. Hold on. You said what am I talking about? Where? With what? I can hear you now.
When did you get these feelings? Why didn't you never just when did you get these feelings?
Oh, I don't have any feelings because I'm not interested in you.
What happened, bro? What happened?
No, brother. From the first time we've ever interacted on Facebook, the first time we ever interacted on Facebook, I got it because there was your mindset and how you saw things. And then there's mine. Most of you guys came after one. There was a jealousy of seeing me with Brother Taj for like 15 months straight on House of Reawakened Minds. You guys can't hide that. I'm not a psychic. So when it came to interacting and reaching out to many brothers, not including yourself, even the so-called popular boys on social media, people have some to solve with insecurity. They have to, feel themselves. So with that, cool. I know when to back off. I don't want to get in the way of somebody solving their sums with their ego. No, I don't have to cloud up off of you, bro. You're not even a stepping stone. Bro, you're not a stepping stone. You're not even you're not even really worth that. I'm just telling the truth. If it wasn't true, you wouldn't be upset about it. If we went back and look at your Calico Facebook, bro, it was, it really went downhill when you start trying to really do music again. That's when I really saw like that, bro, probably going through a midlife crisis a little bit. And then when I say, yo, get some astrology done by me. You know what I mean? Reach out. We're sincere, bro. We ain't gotta really even say that. But at the end of the day, like, let's keep it a bang. Like, let's go check your resume on Facebook and let's go check my resume on Facebook. I guarantee you, bro. you were inspired, but at the same time, you were trying to solve the sum of envy. That's all. Where'd he go, man? He ain't had to leave.
I don't know.
He ain't had to leave, man. I ain't want him to be upset.
Yeah, purposely misportrayed.
But like we sometimes, you know, like when I ask the bros, how many times have I called a meeting and asked the bros to G-check me, bro?
Multiple times. And sir, I didn't purposely misportray any comments. I read what you said on here on TikTok to the bro.
We've never interacted outside of Facebook. I've been known that. No. It wasn't not a problem. No. It wasn't that it wasn't a problem. I realized when you didn't want to unify with what was offered and what I was offering, I saw you wanted to have your own platform. So I backed away. But the more I saw it grow, and the more I see when you comment on different lives that I be on, just recently I was in a live maybe 7 or 8 days ago, and you was like, oh, here this brother go again, man. He mentioned that 3 times in the other 3 lives. I said, you know what? I'm just going to let it go. I'm just going to ignore it. But I see everything. Okay. So when I mentioned the lives, why do I have to see you? You want me to see you? You want me to see you? I just popped up, bro. If you really recognize my work and type in 7 Heelstar in the hashtags for your TikTok, we have over 500,000 views on TikTok alone, but we haven't been in front of you guys' face live. But when I went live, you was in the comments talking about, oh man, he said this 3 times before. When I was on Homestead Nations live, when I was live with Mad Smash TV on someone else's live, you telling me, so you didn't say that in the comments? You didn't say that? Bro, you're even resorting right now to profanity because I'm telling the truth. Like, I'm telling the truth. Like, bro, if it wasn't the truth, why he wouldn't get so upset in front of 23 people? He's a Moorish master teacher, though. That's what I'm talking about. People have sums to solve. If he was a real master and really teaching masterfully, he wouldn't have had an issue with what I said. He would have been able to speak in an intelligent tone and been able to correct me if I was wrong. And I said, I'm open for correction. But where was the correction? Was there any? I doubt there was any correction at all.
He asked
but okay.
the whole
What'd you say?
When he had said, let me turn the microphone off. When he started talking about the whole free white person is naturalized, and you had gave your perspective, and then he got angry. And then, sir, I read your comment first about you asking about some mother on YouTube being censored. That was the first thing he went on. And then he went on the other brother's content. So I don't know where you're mixing all this up from YouTube to TikTok. I'm not. I read exactly what was here on TikTok and said that to bro. I said we are live on YouTube, but we are silently streaming. So I hope that is making clear for you. I'm not doing no malicious intent or none of that.
But we don't have to really explain ourselves that way because we're actually being the brothers that they admire.
McReal.
Okay, let me see. So first thing to master is self, both of them, higher and lower. Yeah, the brother vibrating low, but he's a master teacher. You cats don't know nothing, and it's real funny, yo. We know the nothing muffin. You want to speak? You want to say something, baby? What you saw? What you see? You can share it with me. What you see? Oh, who had made the
Larry?
naturalization comment? It wasn't.
Master.
Oh, it was the master teacher.
Right,
who-
sir, the sir didn't make that comment.
Oh, sir, the sir didn't. Okay, either one, it don't matter. What's up, McGreal? You came to shut it down. You're hilarious. Hey guys, look, I'm gonna yield. We can stay here on TikTok. I'm gonna yield on YouTube, man. We love you all. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, 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 y'all. Peace and love.